It was a quick spin. This just in. Studies have shown that 2 to 3 cups of bolt action coffee reduces erectile dysfunction. Get your bolt action ED treatment at boltactioncoffee.com or at selected sporting goods stores near you. Use promo code FIRSTFOCALPLANE for 10% off your online order. Doing so helps put lead in shooters' barrels worldwide. That's Bolt Action Coffee. Pour yourself a stiff one. Individual results may vary.
And just don't ask us where the peer-reviewed studies are.
No. They may have been done on farms.
Ooh, hopefully not with farm animals.
Not saying anything.
That takes a very dark turn.
Oh, man. All right. How are you today?
Hey. Oh, man. It's been a day.
Has it now?
Oh, it's been a day. Yeah, but it's good. It's good.
It's good.
That's all I got to say about that.
All right, Jen A. What's up next?
Oh, is it my turn next?
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Of course it is. We always go one for one. I should know these things. Hey, before we get into the show, tonight's show is brought to you by EM Precision Rifles. EM Precision Rifles in Leduc, Alberta has everything you need to compete at the highest level of any long-range precision rifle game of your choice. From a rear barrel to a full-on custom build from scratch, EM Precision guarantees performance. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and on their website at emprifles.ca.
Interesting.
Pour yourself a stiff one, huh?
You like that?
I'm not sure yet. I'm going to let it sit and breathe for a while before I decide.
All right. Well, this show is also brought to you by Callsign 66. They're a veterans-based training organization founded to facilitate multi-generational passage of information, ballistic applications R&D, and shooter development. The omnidirectional passage of information is key to the community's success and growth, as our organizational philosophy is such that we all have something to offer. Welcome to the Brotherhood. For more information, go to www.callsign66.ca.
Yep. That was my contribution to that section.
That was great and very timely.
Yeah, you're welcome. I practiced that all night. Hey, guess what? The show is also brought to you by. Oh, sorry. Is this my turn again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, the show is also brought to you by Odell Engineering. They are the geniuses behind the Canuck line of firearms. Odell Engineering is your premium importer and distributor of some of Canada's top brands of firearms, including Bergara, Rock Island Armory, Mission First Tactical, Hyperfire, and of course, the Made for Canada Canuck firearms.
Show enough.
Okay, we'll work on that one. Find their products and a dealer carrying said products at OdellEngineeringLTD.com, on Facebook at Odell Engineering Ltd, or walk into your local gun store and tell them Phil sent you. And that's not all. Look what Phil sent us.
That is stunning.
He sent us these.
That color suits you. It makes your eyes pop.
You know, it looks a little more sky blue on camera than it does in person.
Yeah, I think so.
It's what do they call it? The brushed blue or whatever.
Oh,
it's like almost like a royal blue with little bits of white almost brushed into it, but the camera is just picking it up as light blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, check out what's on the back.
I like it. We the fringe. That's awesome.
I have no idea if Odell is selling these shirts. I hope they are. I think you should call them and ask if you can buy one, because
I agree.
Yeah, they're pretty snazzy. They're like Gildan fitted shirts. They got that brushed look when you're not on camera. They're pretty awesome.
Okay, I'm just saying hello to a few people.
You
can't
do that. You got an ad read.
I can. I'm sorry. All right, I'm going to spew out Apex Optics. Designed in Canada, built in Japan, Apex is made with premium ED glass. There's ED again. Glass, resulting in the best optical system money can buy. Maybe Ben, you need some bolt action coffee. The rival 4
No,
to
the
32.
Japanese need it.
That's so right.
It's their glass.
Yes, that's true. The rival 4 to 32 competition rifle scope features super positive clicks, a 2-turn indicator, zero stop, and one of the most thoroughly thought out reticles in the industry. When you buy Apex, precision comes standard. Find them at apexoptics.co. All right.
Right now, I'm responding to people, so I'm being slow now.
Oh, I see.
You know, I'm not going to type it. I'm just going to say hi, Ryan. Ryan said, "Hey guys" on Facebook. So, hey, Ryan, I'm not typing anymore. Fuck it. Oh wait, that's it. That's all we needed to do.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Carry on.
All right. Well, what do we got for show today?
Well,
what's our plan, Stan?
We sat down with Kris and Lucas Haughian yesterday because they couldn't be here tonight. So we talked to them yesterday, and we're going to play our interview with them. It just won't be live, but we will be here to be able to interact with anybody in the comments if they want. And it's going to be cool. I think it was a cool chat because he's a cool little young man. And
he
it was a lot of fun.
Like, for 10 years old, he's mature beyond his years, I'm sure, and those questions you were slinging at him. I'm impressed how he handled that. I know. Yeah. What a big jerk you are.
So after the interview, we're going to unbox the Generation 2 WK180C. We'll get a first look at it and see what it's like out of the box, and then we're going to talk about the Calgary Gun Show.
You betcha, which is coming up in 2 weeks today, right?
Yeah. So it goes Lucas and Kris unboxing Calgary Gun Show.
You know, this may be the most structured show we've done to date.
Unintentionally.
I think so, yeah.
We even got all the ad reads out of the way right away.
Yeah, in record time. What is that, like 8 minutes in?
7 minutes and 37 seconds.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
that was just a guess. You know, something we should mention before we get into the recording is the fact that Ryan Christie with the Long Range Steel Slayers League. Part of the reason that Lucas went to shoot was that Ryan decided that it'd be a good idea to let youth shoot for free, no entry fee, and it's in an effort to attract more youth shooters, new shooters, families to these sports of ours. I think it's a great thing. So all the Long Range Steel Slayers matches, youth will get in free. Shoot,
which is cool.
Free. Absolutely, it is. Yeah, it's really good. Good move, I think.
Yeah, I think I mean, it brought like Kris said in no uncertain terms when we were talking to him off air yesterday that it was the deciding factor for him.
It was
seeing if Lucas was able to handle the match. And hopefully it brings even more youngsters into future competitions. I'm sure it will.
Yes, Phil. Accent on to date. For some reason, I like the word to.
To. Did you have like a grandparent that was from some other place that had a bit of an accent?
No.
See, I had a Nova Scotian grandmother. So every once in a while, you'll catch me saying Wednesday or Tuesday.
You know what I really despise though?
What's that?
Is when people say Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah, it's not Massachusetts. It's fucking Tuesday.
I don't know why that drives me so bad, but
it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You can't pronounce the D in Saturday.
Okay. Oh, that's funny. Should we play this video?
Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're sitting here with Lucas and Kris Haughian. Kris from Predator World Hunting, Lucas from Kris. And we wanted to talk to you guys. We wanted to bring you guys on because you, along with us, were at the Long Range Steel Slayers match, not last weekend, but the weekend before that. And Kris, you were basically assisting, spotting, definitely not cheating for Lucas. And Lucas, you were running your gun like a pro. How old are you?
10.
10 years old.
I would have guessed 17 at least.
10 going on 17.
Yeah.
I can't be 17.
Okay. You're not driving yet?
No.
Oh, you should have a job though.
I know a lot of 17-year-olds who shouldn't be driving either.
Yeah, no kidding. I know a lot of middle-aged people that shouldn't be driving.
Yeah. So, Lucas, first of all, let's talk about the match, and then let's talk about the background behind the match. What were you shooting?
I was shooting a 22 LR Tika T1X with an MDT LSS chassis.
And
Of course, the Athlon Midas tack scope.
Of course, the Midas tack. Exactly. And you, I'm pretty sure. So when we finally saw the scores, it had me ahead of you, but I'm pretty sure you outshot me. I'm quite certain that you outshot me, actually.
I think several witnesses say the same.
Maybe
Yeah.
on some stages, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You did pretty well on a lot of
Especially
stages.
That, Safari one.
The
out of the
safari
back of
one
the
out of
truck,
the truck, yeah.
and the one in the tent.
And the
Yeah,
tent
that was
one, yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
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 Did you learn the safari one from your dad?
No.
Shooting coyotes out of the truck, bombing across the field at 50 miles an hour?
No, it's not quite how we do it.
It's a little more planned than that, a little more structured.
Yeah, it's a little bit more walking, a little bit more patience, and
Right.
a little bit more. It's always best when they can come to you.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah.
Do you go shooting with your dad, Lucas? Like when he's coyote hunting?
Yeah, I do sometimes.
Cool.
Yeah, I can get a little cold though.
Well, yeah, it is Saskatchewan, right?
Did you see me at the Steel Slayers match?
I did.
Shivering like a
But just like precision shooting is the same as coyote hunting. You need to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
true.
Just get through it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And pretty much like everything else in life, life is a lot easier if you can become comfortable with the uncomfortable.
Absolutely. It's a life lesson. Hey?
Yeah.
For sure.
So, yeah, so you like the safari. I can completely understand that. That was a good stage. I don't know if you waxed me on safari though, did you?
I think I did.
Did you?
You have to look at
That'd
me.
be my guess though.
I think safari was one of the ones I did pretty okay on because I had started to figure out my my adjustments by then.
You did
Yeah.
really good on the troop line out to 406 yards, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely waxed me on that one. I think I
Yeah.
got like 2 points on that one.
And I was the only one in our group off the 20-foot scaffold at the green target.
Yeah, the green target first.
Oh, no kidding.
Right up
Ah,
in the scaffolding, that's right, yeah.
I missed all 3 of those targets.
That one buffaloed a lot of guys actually.
Yeah.
Not Lucas. I'm pretty sure I legitimately waxed you on the biathlon though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have to do any adjustments for that, and that was like my kind of shooting. It was like 25 and what was it, 25 and 50 meters, give or take.
Yeah, I think so. Offhand and unsupported prone, right?
Yeah, that's my jam. I can do that.
Yeah.
I think I
It's not
tied.
your jam yet, hey? You got to build up the
Yeah.
pipes a little bit, hey?
Got to start lifting the weights, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was very happy with that one. I tied for second place. It was a 4-way tie for second on that stage. And I'm just going to like grasp onto that one as long as I can because I know that you trounced me on so many others, especially day one. You embarrassed me on day one. You made me look like a fool. So
You
what?
did pretty good on the ramp there too, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you
for
did pretty good on the ramp.
Oh, the one where
think-
we had to kneel on the ramp. You mean?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
the
you
ramp
fit
up.
better on that one than anybody else.
Yeah,
Except for Adam.
but you did pretty good too. Yeah,
Adam
But yeah,
doesn't
you hit the
count.
best. Yeah,
Yeah.
Adam doesn't count.
Yeah, Adam's like it's like Adam's like that one flyer, you know, and when you shoot a group and you get that flyer and just like, yeah, just discount that one.
Right.
It's not fair to count it in the group, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
what
he's
did you
kind of a different
do?
league.
Yeah, he really is. What did you do leading up to the match? Did you practice?
We went out to the range once. He got my gun like a week and a half before the match. So we got out the Sunday of the weekend before the match, and that's all I had for practice with that gun.
But we did a lot of like dry land training, and we did a lot of
Okay.
videos. We went over what the process was, but you didn't
Yeah,
have a lot of
some
practice
snap
time.
maps.
So I was super impressed on how you did with very little real time,
No
like
kidding.
range time.
Right.
Well, that makes me feel much better that
right.
you had a
Chris
little bit of
practiced
practice.
for weeks before this.
That is not true. I put that scope on the day before, and I only had a rough 0 on it, and I had no dope information.
Hey, Chris, don't you
That's-
have a maple seed patch or two?
Yeah, that's why I did good in the biathlon.
Stands to reason.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I just do you do a lot of shooting at distance, Lucas, where you have to dial in your adjustments a lot? Do you do that a lot?
I wouldn't say a lot.
No, up until that, we kind of just had you on the fundamentals and the single shot 22, getting your fundamentals down for the last couple of years of just some range time, mostly at 50 yards. And then we decided it was time to make the
Jump.
leap and got you that. And then we went over and you watched a lot of videos and did a lot of training on bullet trajectory, wind calls.
Yeah.
We studied the reticle and how to use it, right?
Yep.
Mm.
Excellent.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know what? It looked like he seemed like he really knew what the heck he was doing. You were calling out wind corrections for him,
Yeah.
and there weren't a whole lot of questions coming back.
No, I
That's-
remember that one where he's like Lucas, hold half a minute. He's like, I got it, ding, and I'm like,
Right.
I guess he's got it. So
That's like,
Yeah.
I looked at you and you're just howling, and I'm like, I guess he's got it. Yeah,
shut up, Dad.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you didn't practice a lot, you did a darn good job of pretending that you practice a lot, because you seem to have it down pretty good. And I even the same thing with all of your dials. Like I know, I accused you at the time during the day of a doping scandal, in that your
I
dad
think
was
so.
telling you all of the dope that you had for your adjustments and stuff. But I got to give you credit. If he had been saying all that stuff to me, I still would have misdialed half of my corrections. So you were just like, yeah, right there, take the shot, ding. And then he'd tell you, okay, now come up however much mils, convert that to MOA or whatever. And then you'd be like, and then ding, and you had your next shot. You had it. It was on point, man. It was really impressive, and a little bit embarrassing.
And we've been practicing even since. Hey, we've gone out to the
Yeah.
range, done a
Got
lot
out
of
to the range another time.
positional practice, shooting small groups under at 50 yards under time, right? Yeah.
So I should
Nice.
definitely start practicing.
Well, unless you want to be humiliated again.
I'm just Lucas is going to be my mortal enemy from now until the end of time. I'm going to show up to every match. I'm going to mean mug him. I'm going to refuse to shake his hand, and he's probably just going to, like, as every match that we go to, he'll just like beat me by more and more and more.
Yeah, we got
They
the-
already got me. He's got a bit of a mouth on him, a bit of an attitude. I think he got
Well-
a little bit too comfortable out there.
You did call him Nicholas on the
Well,
show, on air to 40,000 people.
I you know what? I was distracted. That's all I can say. I was distracted by the awesome.
Yeah. Wasn't it
And
like
I mean-
the next day when you're like, hey, Rooster, Lucas.
Yeah. Yeah. It's literally the first
Yes,
thing he
sir.
said to him.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, Rooster, Lucas, not Nicholas.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't quite say it so nicely, though. There was a little bit more ice in your voice when you said
You
it.
know, I went home and cried after that, don't you? It's like, you remind me of the big bully that I came up against in school all those years ago, all those painful years ago.
You mean the big bully who you called a different name and he took exception to it?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brent.
I would necessarily say I'm a bully.
Lucas,
No.
how old were you the first time you had a gun in your hand?
How old was that? Like 7 or 8?
8, I think, probably. Yeah.
So you've been shooting about 2-3 years?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
And what do you like the most about shooting?
I'd say just getting out for a change and having fun.
Just getting
Get
out
away
for a
from those
change.
video games.
Yeah, just like getting out's better than playing video games. So
Right on.
What
Get out
kind of
and
video
have fun.
games do you play?
I play a lot
You
of
start.
NHL.
NHL, okay. Now we were talking at the match, and you said that you weren't looking to become the next Jerry Michalak. You have a different aspiration for what you'd like to do when you grow up. What was that?
A baseball player.
So you play pretty consistently right now, like,
Yeah.
and what position do you play?
Pitcher, third baseman.
Pitcher, third baseman. How far away is the mound from home base?
I don't know, like 45, 50.
46, I think, in your age
Yeah,
group, something like
46
46 or
feet.
48, something like that.
Feet?
Yep.
So that's what, like
12 feet less than Major
Major
League. I think Major League is 60 feet 6 inches, I think.
Right.
I'm just trying to
Yeah.
convert that to yards.
Don't do it.
And then I was going to ask him that can he pitch a smaller group than he can shoot at that distance?
You could shoot a pretty small group at that distance. Yeah.
Offhand though, offhand. No.
Offhand
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
I can pitch better than
Yeah.
Okay.
But when you're not playing baseball, we're going out shooting, right?
that. Yep.
And that's pretty much your whole life. It's a little bit of hockey, video games, a little bit of a lot of shooting, and a lot of baseball.
A little bit of Fortnite, a little bit of Call of Duty. Hey?
Yeah, I play a little bit of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I don't really play Fortnite anymore, though.
Would you outgrow Fortnite? You're too old for Fortnite now?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. It's just getting boring. There are a lot of people that try too hard. Just take the fun out of the game.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah. It's like some
You get-
people with their shooting.
You get trash talked a lot in Fortnite?
I don't really talk to people while I'm playing, just my friends.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
They
makes
can't
sense.
trash talk me because I always beat them.
Because you always beat them, is that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah. Now there's no challenge left in it.
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah. He doesn't have any of his dad's competitive in him at all. Hey.
No, yeah, clearly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you beat me. I'm still going to trash talk you.
I think he beat John too.
I did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
did.
did,
You
yeah.
definitely beat John as well.
Oh yeah.
And John is probably going to trash talk you, but you'll have to hear about it through other people because he won't do it to your face. He'll like do it behind your back.
Yeah. Well, he's having a smoke. He's
Yeah.
37th of the day.
So we know that you're shooting a T1X in 22. What else? What other kind of guns do you shoot?
That's all.
Just that one? That's your only gun?
Yeah, I think so, right, Dad?
Yeah. Well, we got you a shotgun. We're gonna start on that here.
Yeah.
Probably in the
pheasant
summer, and we're gonna go get you a pheasant hunting when you're 12, and
Right on.
then we'll do something. We'll get you a smaller, maybe something in the 6 mil variant for going out. We'll go out, shoot some deer when you're eligible. Hey.
Yep.
And of course, you got a 223. Well, Papa has gifted you his 223 Tika for when you want to go coyote hunting.
I was
Oh,
gonna
that
say
sounds like a
maybe
good deal.
with the shotgun he could be the close in coyote guy.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Right.
there's always needed one of those. It's best when you
Yeah.
can have one and one, that's for sure.
Are you small enough that you could still be bait, Lucas, or no?
Put a furry hat on him
Yeah,
and a tail.
yeah.
Tell me you're bulking up every week,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Good. Well, keep at it, I guess.
Yeah.
So what's the next match that you're gonna do?
I'm going to the Dust Bowl April 30th in Medicine Hat.
Medicine
Oh,
Hat, April 30th. I wish I could go to that one so that you had some competition, but unfortunately, I'm not going to. You're going to have to find somebody else to embarrass in that one. Maybe we can get John to go.
maybe.
Yeah, and
That'd be a good idea.
Dad's shooting that one with you too. So Dad's shooting that one. My
Sounds
barrel's
fun.
here and my gun's ready. So we'll I'll be
Oh,
shooting.
what are you going to shoot, Chris?
Oh, I was waiting on. I shoot a T1X2, but I was waiting on an IBI barrel to come before the LRSS. It just didn't get here quite in time for the Smith to get it all mounted up and back in time. So I got it a couple days after the match. So we went out and practiced with it, and we'll have it all dialed in and ready to go, so we can shoot the Dust Bowl.
Sure.
Beautiful.
Nice.
The
So, why the T1X?
I've always been a fan of Tika actions, and like a lot of the chassis, of course, are interchangeable. It's the same bolt pattern. You just got to take out the mag release, and I shoot an 8. Like all three of my guns, I got my 6 BRA is a Tika, and it's in an ACC. Then I got a 223 AI, which is my trainer gun that we shot golf with at Ryan's in an ACC, and then now my T1X with the heavier 920 barrel from IBI is in an ACC as well. So all three of them, I get that fundamentals, and they're basically the same motion. And I try and weight them pretty close to the same. The 22 doesn't have to necessarily be as heavy as the other gun, but it's definitely weighted, and the feel and the mechanics are the same. So you can build that muscle memory in. It works well, and I've just been a fan of the Tika actions. I just really like them. I shoot the Tika in a 7 SOM that I got spun up for with a carbon barrel that I'm going to hunt with, and that's going to be on my long range hunting rig. My 20 BR is a Tika 2-3, and then I just got another action, and I'm waiting on another barrel so we can. Jeff and I are building matching 6.5 Creedmoor barrels so we can NRL hunter team match together.
Right. I didn't realize the T1X was the same footprint as the
just the mag's a little bit different. You can't run AM mags, so you got to run. It's got its own proprietary mag. So right now it's limited to 10. That's kind of its downfall, but the bolt pattern matches up just the same.
Good deal.
Yeah.
So how about reloading, Lucas? You get in there with your dad doing reloading, even though you don't shoot center fire quite yet?
No, I haven't yet. I think we should do that this weekend, though.
Well, we should. We're going to teach you definitely, because if you think your dad's going to load your center fire stuff for you, you're mistaken. But we'll get you helping. We'll get you doing it. We got a pretty good setup. Don't get me wrong. Reloading is still painful, but we'll get you going and set up once you get center fire. And we'll get you probably shooting a 6 BRA too when you're a little bit older. He wants to give. He's like, I need to get a center fire and get in that game so I can shoot against Chase. My goal is to beat Chase.
My goal is to beat Adam.
Beat Adam, right? Yeah. Oh. My goal is to beat Adam. You know?
Yeah, no kidding. Hey?
Yeah.
Well, it seems like he should load his own ammunition, considering that the cost that Dad's going to be paying for all the components these days.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You're going to have to clean your room twice.
Oh, I hope something stabilizes or it gets a little bit better, but I don't know. It's crazy.
Eventually something's going to happen, because this is like, it's not sustainable.
It's not.
Go ahead, Kurt.
No, and that's I think I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if the Liberals saw some opportunity in this. Like they're not stupid, and I'm sure they're tuned into this kind of stuff, and they'll probably just keep taxing the heck out of it. And
that's what I'm worried about. Is
they might not
import it.
Yeah. They might not be able to take our guns, but they'll render them useless by jacking prices, putting tax on everything like crazy. It's just a suspicion of mine, but it wouldn't shock me to know that.
Yeah.
How are you fixed for components and that?
I got enough. I'm set up solid enough for this year for sure.
Yeah.
But then I'm hoping that there can be some stock and some price normalization so a guy can restock for next year. I got enough to go for the season for sure.
Right.
We're in a pretty good group, and the shooting community is pretty tight, so no one's really hoarding too much. They always say, hey, this guy's got some stock of this if you're looking. This guy's got stock of this. And everyone's pretty good to help everybody else out.
Well, that's like what I said a while back there when I ran into that big lot of stuff a guy was selling privately, and quite a few components. And I thought, well, I'll grab this and told the group there that if anybody's in dire need, because like I said, it's no bloody fun shooting by yourself.
No.
So why the heck wouldn't I grab that and help supply guys, because it's always more fun. Like we did down at the LRSS match. It's you get a bunch of good guys together and share some laughs and grind on each other and everything else.
Absolutely, and that's what makes the sport and fun and the community what it is it's the people and getting out and everyone volunteering their time and just having laughs and having fun.
Yeah, making fun of Chris Campbell.
About what is there to make fun of me about? I'm practically the most perfect human being you can find.
I just like watching you trying to get into that buggy, whatever. It's not the Razor. What is it? For the safari stage.
Oh, the little
quad.
And
you trying to get down into that hunting blind there. That was kind of neat. All 6'6" of you.
I'm not going to lie. When I jumped into that buggy and I leaned on the back of the front seat, I was like, I need a little bit more room. I need to push a little bit harder.
I thought
I'm also worried I'm
going
to break the seats if I do. Yeah. Anyway,
but that's how good the community is. I remember at the end of day one, I won't mention any names, but someone's like, "Hey, Chris, let's go get some dope so you don't suck it up tomorrow."
Yeah, those are pretty much Adam's exact words. And we can call out Adam. It was a nice thing that he did. And I think I can't even remember what the adjustments we ended up making, but it was a lot.
It's fairly drastic, wasn't it?
It was definitely substantial. It was enough that it explained why I had missed practically every single target on day one. And of course, we were there early enough, and it's like, hey, do you guys want to check your zero? And I was like, I'm eating my Tim Hortons burrito. I'm going to continue doing that.
Yeah,
I think it worked out well for you.
Oh, well, it certainly did. Yeah. Hey, Lucas, I want to ask you another question. What do you think you get the most out of shooting?
I would say just the good times and the laughs. It's a lot of fun. So.
Okay. All right. Does it do you find that it helps with like focus, patience, discipline, any of that sort of stuff?
I would say mostly focus.
Focus?
Yeah, and
the whole world comes into here.
Yeah. You have to be like in a calm mental state to be able to shoot properly. You gotta stay positive, can't let anything get you down. Then your day just starts to go down the drain.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Did Dad tell you to say that before?
Nope.
Because that was quite insightful. I'll admit.
It's good.
Yeah, it's the way he thinks. So I was like, I don't know, you may be a little early to this game, but I was like, your mental maturity, it seemed like it was on par, and you proved it. You kept a positive attitude even when it was colder. Day two, you maintained safety, you maintained focus, you stayed on task super well. So yeah, it was you got to have that to just participate, but B, to enjoy it and do well at it.
Yeah,
well, I can tell you that like I was saying to these guys traveling back to Regina that night, that it didn't. I've seen people, grown men, far more nervous than Lucas appeared to be, and there was no, oh man, this sucks. There was no pouting like I've seen from older boys playing sports and that. It was quite nice to see that you just kind of went with the flow, and and it is what it is. You gave it what you could, and where you failed, you tried to make up for it on the next stage.
And
It's
the
pretty,
shots landed where they would.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Well,
it.
like there's really nothing you can do. Like you miss a target, you can't undo it. On the
Oh,
clock, you gotta get going.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think I only heard the one where you like, I didn't like those T-posts. Those suck.
I heard that too.
And
I don't think anyone really.
yeah,
likes
what did I
it.
tell you? Everybody says that. Nobody likes T-posts.
Yeah,
Well,
that was
I'll-
kind of a nasty stage.
Yeah.
I can say this. I teach martial arts to kids your age and even older. And half of my job is just trying to keep them from, keep their finger out of their nose or keep them from whining about something or complaining about something. And I would say that like you mentioned, Kris, the mental maturity that you displayed, and like you said, the biggest thing you get out of it is focus, and you clearly have focus way beyond most other peers in your age group, for sure. But I want to put you on the spot by asking you another question. You said that the thing that you really get out of shooting is focus, and I want to ask you if you can think of another aspect of your life other than shooting where that focus that you've gotten from shooting has helped you out.
Well, like in baseball training, right? Like as a pitcher, you have to stay really calm and in focus state to throw strikes. So
what happens to you if you don't stay calm? Has that ever happened in a match or in a game?
Yeah, it has for sure. I hit the backs up quite a few times when that happened. I was just having an off day. I got really frustrated. Wasn't calm. I just wasn't throwing strikes.
Find that on Spotify.
Oh my god.
Hey, you know what? Back when I was still pitching, one of my best assets was in warm up. You blow 2 or 3 into the screen, like as hard as you can, and then when the batter finally comes up, he doesn't dig in because he doesn't know where that ball is going. This is actually a true story.
So that's the other aspect of competition, the mind
Yes.
games.
Absolutely, it is.
All right.
What
But
percentage?
you've been competitive sports and competitive baseball and kind of honed those skills, and you just transferred those over to shooting. It
Yeah.
probably wasn't a big step for you
No, not
to
so
transfer
much.
that focus, and you knew kind of what it took to be competitive. Hey,
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that sounds
So
pretty
much
great.
confidence, hey?
Yeah.
I love it.
Lucas, if you were talking to, let's say that you were invited to your school to talk to other kids your age and pass on a little piece of wisdom that you've been able to gain from shooting, from baseball, whatever, just the competition that you've experienced and what you've gone through in terms of preparation for all of that stuff. What would you say to a group of kids your age that they should do to be able to reach their goals, perform, etc.?
It depends on what you're doing. Like any competitive thing, you have to have a good ritual, like a good pregame ritual to stay calm and not get nervous and just stay positive about the game. Try not to get nervous. And drink a lot of water.
And drink a lot of water. Good one. So what's your ritual? What do you do when you find yourself when your nerves are come a creeping before a game?
I just take a few deep breaths, just talk to my dad or my mom about it, make me feel better, and I'm good.
Cool.
That's pretty good.
and just focus on the task at hand, right?
Yep.
Just run down in your head. Normally, if you're nervous, it's because you're unsure of something. Just
Yeah.
kind of go through your checklist of what you need to do. You already understand what it takes to be successful. You just got to go out there and execute, right?
Like sometimes I just say in my head like how great I am and stuff. So
Oh, how great you are! Yeah.
Ooh.
I was going to mention that, Lucas. So
Yeah.
first of all, there's a fine line between confidence and
Yeah.
and cockiness, and I'm sure you're riding that line just perfectly. But
You
also
might tip off a little bit.
every once in a while.
I just remind myself that I'm good at this. And I can do it.
That's right. It's not that you're good, but you know how to do this. You know what it takes
Yeah.
to succeed, and you know what success looks like, right?
Yeah.
But
And
you
there's
saying
always
that,
room for improvement, no matter,
of course.
no
That's
matter
right.
how
And
good you are.
And you're not shooting against anybody else. You're shooting against
Yep.
yourself,
Yeah.
and you're shooting to get better and improve each time. No one's going to be awesome out of the gate. I remember when I started, I thought I was going to be awesome out of the gate, and I was super humbled the first 2 stages, and I was like, I'm not good at this at all. You know, I thought
Got
I'd
some
be
work
like
to do.
amazing, and then with practice, with time, you start to develop those skills and get
it's
a little
harder
bit better.
than it looks, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So do you keep a logbook or a diary or anything like that? You started that yet? Dad
No.
hasn't forced that on you?
No.
No, yeah, but we're gonna try and get there just so you can
Mhm.
document where you are, where you are, and then you can look back where you were compared to where you are now.
Yeah,
It's
for
always a
sure.
good thing. Yeah.
You know what I would do if I were you? If you get the chance again, Adam, I know he keeps a log of the shooting events that he goes to. Maybe you could hook up with that guy and just see what he does for after match notes and stuff like that. You probably get some good ideas. And I mean, man, you hardly do better than talking to that guy for good information, right?
You can't really do any better than that.
Well,
Careful though, because Adam is super unapproachable. He's not a very nice guy at all. Go away, kid. I'm focusing here.
right.
No, he's a super nice guy.
He is,
I've
yeah.
met him before.
I wanted to ask you, have you ever heard, this is going back to asking you about prepping for competition. Have you ever heard of something called positive visualization?
No.
So when I heard you talking about your rituals that you do before to make you not nervous, that was something that was taught to me probably when I was a teenager, not when I was doing touch contact karate matches, but after I had gotten into full contact matches. And positive visualization is essentially when you see the competition or you see the match or you see the game inside your mind. So example with pitching, well, I won't tell you what I used to do is I would visualize seeing an opponent in front of me in the ring, and I would visualize throwing combinations and blocking and hitting and moving and all of those sorts of things. And I would see myself succeeding at those things in the match. So for you, in your case, it would be, you'd probably see yourself throwing a strike, or you'd see yourself, maybe like the best hitter in the league coming up to the plate, and you play almost like imagination, you play through it in your mind that you see you throwing the best ball that you've ever thrown in your life. And that's what I used to do when I was competing to calm myself down, because for me, talking about it never helped. They would always, oh, you're fine, you know what you're going to do, you're going to go out there, you're going to be great. And I'd be like, that didn't help at all.
Those are just words, man.
Yeah. But I always found that positive visualization really helped.
Yeah.
Except for the other week, that didn't help much.
No, I don't think you visualized at all, really.
Well, it helped the nerves, but it didn't help my performance one bit.
I would start with a better bipod for you.
I got one.
I think that's high on your list. A better one than what you had.
I got an Atlas on that SIG right there. You can see it in the
that's
picture.
on the SIG. It's not on your 22.
Well, it's a quick release. It'll come off right quick.
What do you think, Lucas? What do you think Kris could do to improve his game?
Don't say practice. Don't say practice.
I would disagree with Rooster. Just get a good bipod,
He noticed too that dog-eared bipod that you.
You didn't like that?
It looked like Raggedy Ann, man.
It's right here. So it's okay.
Yeah.
So this is straight.
That thing has more flex than a plastic straw.
Well, it's more bent than a plastic straw that got stepped on. That's for sure. But it's not. It's a Firefield. Very well known brand name.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I bought it at Cabela's for $29 on sale.
What do you think, Lucas? What other equipment does he need? Badly.
I don't know. Like, I heard you mention the tiny scope that he had at the match.
Wait, I didn't have a tiny scope.
Oh.
That was a Vortex Venom. That thing was awesome.
How about a bag? I think we should
Yeah,
convince
bag
Kris
is
that he
good
needs
too.
a bag.
I need a bag.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
probably do, but
It's an MOA.
Trying to lead him
that
to
out
that.
the window.
have you ever shot an MOA scope, Lucas?
I don't think so. No.
Did you just right off the bat it was Milrads for you, hey?
Yeah.
How
Yeah, you
very
gotta get him started
Canadian.
right.
Yes.
Well, good for you. You know, it's funny. Since the match, I've picked up 2 more MOA scopes. The draw at the end of the match, I ended up getting a diamond back 2-7,
Yeah.
and that was an MOA. Your Crossfire was an MOA, wasn't it? That you got. So you have an MOA scope now. Good for you, buddy. Welcome to the dark side.
I don't use it.
He's just going to sell it and buy an MRAD scope. But then I went and got a Vortex Viper in MOA for a hunting rifle that I've got. So I'm still holding out for the Apex 1-10. I'll get that in Milrads for sure.
Yeah.
There we
you
go.
better.
Yeah.
And that Viper that's on that SIG in the other picture, that's an MOA scope too. That'll be a big surprise to everybody.
It's not like we're anti-MOA.
No.
If you just you're anti-MOA when you got to dial it.
It's just MOA is stupid. That's all.
Does not compute.
Yeah.
Well,
You
yeah.
probably don't
Okay.
even have MOA scopes in what's that video game you play there that you don't play anymore.
I don't think Call of Duty has any scope
No.
adjustments on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. Work with me here.
Yeah. Tell him, what are you talking about, old man? That
Yeah.
stuff's not in video games.
I thought I saw one on an abacus one time.
You know what an abacus is, Lucas?
No.
It's kind of like a manual calculator. It has little rods on it and beads, and you move the beads to one side or the other. It's basically the way that they did calculator math
Back
before.
when I was a teenager,
Yeah, back when
100 years ago.
the Romans, the Roman Empire existed, or before that even. Anyways, we're coming to the top end here, Lucas. What do you want everyone to know out there? And please, like, don't say like I'm coming for you, but I mean, like, if you were to tell everybody out there that either does or does not shoot or does not compete, you could only tell them one thing, what would it be?
Just have a focused mindset for everything you do in life, and just stay positive. It's pretty much.
Damn, that was a pretty good answer.
And when you're coming up against somebody you're competing against, do anything you can, eat their face, anything to win, right?
No,
Oh,
I think
just practice.
it's pretty gratifying watching that trace and that bullet come
Yeah,
smoke
Yeah.
where you intended to go, though.
For
Hey,
sure.
ding that steel, and you're like, got
Yeah.
it. Hey,
yeah. That's
Not
me.
to mention
Anybody
what
see that?
Kurt's, not to mention that what Kurt was talking about is called cannibalism. So we're not going to take that advice.
It wasn't literal.
Oh,
It
okay.
was
All
figurative.
right.
That's
Okay.
that's my positive vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your
Eating face.
oh, that's your positive visualization.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Eating faces. That's
Okay.
how I see my competition all the time.
well, whatever works for you.
Well, that's it.
yeah, Lucas accepts. Well, Lucas, it was great meeting you the other week. And you know, Kris, you're obviously doing a bang up job with your son. He's a hell of a guy, and he's only 10 years old. And I'm looking forward to seeing him for a lot more
Yeah.
years.
yeah,
I think,
I'm just hoping that I can stay ahead of him on a leaderboard till he's at least 16.
Well,
Good luck,
you know
man.
what?
Good luck.
Yeah,
If you're okay to with losing to anybody, I'm
Yeah.
sure it's him.
absolutely. Hey,
Yeah.
all you could do is your best. All I can do is my best and continue to improve. And if you overtake me, all the power to you.
Yep. Well, you know what? You were a good coach then. If that happens,
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, for sure.
true story.
And I know I'd done my job right. Maybe I could just tag along and be your reloader, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull the cart.
But you're gonna have to figure out your own adjustments, though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to work on your own wind reading, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figuring out the dope. We'll get that done.
If, like, I don't have
Yeah.
a Kestrel, Dad.
We'll get you a Kestrel. Don't you worry. Yeah,
Time to get a paper route.
yeah.
That's right.
Awesome, guys. Thanks for joining us on the show. It was really great to meet you. It was really great to shoot with you. I hope I get to do it again this season. I think there's a couple of other matches that we're both planning to go to, so I'm sure.
Yeah,
we'll,
absolutely.
Sure.
yeah, I'm sure we'll see each other on the line again.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
This time I'm coming for you.
If we can't get you squatted up, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Oh, well, yeah, but then we'd be on like the same team. Yeah, okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah, enough of your insecurities, Chris.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have to make a 10-year-old my mortal enemy. That says more
Right.
about me than it does him. All right,
You're
awesome.
11 in August, though, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. By the end of the season, you'll be 11.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good.
oh, well, yeah. Then it's game on.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we will see you guys again soon. Thanks for coming on.
Awesome.
You bet.
It was great
And,
meeting you
yeah.
guys the other week at the match. I had a lot
Thanks,
of fun.
buddy.
So.
Likewise, young man.
You as well.
Likewise.
All right, guys. Thanks.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Well, I guess that was Lucas and Chris.
That's
He's,
still making me grin.
He's a great kid.
Oh, no kidding.
I choose my mortal enemies well, don't I?
Yes, you do. You are really something.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Aim high, Willis. Aim high.
If you can't beat the adults, pick a fight with a kid.
That's right. Yeah. Too funny.
Well, we'll have to check in with them again, maybe a little later in the season, and
Oh,
see how they're
100%.
making out.
You know
Yeah.
what? I want to have them on toward the end of the season, just to kind of do a season recap, see how we did, how we improved, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that'd be good. Right on.
I'm just setting up my belly cam. I'm calling it my belly cam, so that we can start to.
Prepare yourselves, folks.
Yeah, get ready, because we are about to be. Actually, you know what? I haven't seen anyone
Your
else
belly?
in Canada with this thing yet. So we
No.
just might be the first media
Maybe.
in Canada to we definitely broke it for Canada at SHOT Show.
That's true.
And we're about to do it again.
And what is it?
Oh, it's a WK180C Generation 2.
For people like Doug Rodenbush that never come on time.
Yes, I'm sure.
Gen
I'm
2,
sure.
WK180C.
Did you see Jens?
No, what?
Yeah, Jens hates everything that's
Oh,
not
I
a
know.
PRS bolt action. So I said we're like it's breaking. We're gonna be like the first, or we're the only, whatever, to break the Generation 2 WK180C, and Jens says for a reason. Just because it's not a bolt gun or a Heckler and Koch.
He's like the two grumpy old men up on the balcony on the Muppets.
Yeah.
He's like both of them.
At the same time. Yeah, he's channeling them
Yeah.
both. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, hey Jens, I just bought this brand new Volkswagen. He's like, what? Couldn't get a BMW?
Right. It's like pretty much everything. You guys
Yeah.
stink.
Yeah. If it's not as German as I want it to be, it sucks.
That's right. All right.
Okay.
You got a knife there? A safety knife?
I already slit the tape.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna try and open this thing on my belly. I fucked around for like an hour today trying to find a good position for the second camera in this tiny little area that I call my makeshift
your closet
recording studio, which literally is the size of a closet. I mean, I use like a wide angle lens to make it look bigger than it is, but it ain't that big. I couldn't find a good angle. I just couldn't find one. I tried hanging it from the ceiling, but the USB cord wasn't long enough.
Oh,
That would have been perfect, just like a nice top down, but I just couldn't get it. So I said, screw it. And I just pointed it right at my crotch. So here it is right there, right at the crotch. So I'm going to, okay, here's what I'm going to do.
there's a box covering it.
I'm going to be extremely, Yen says, get off my lawn. I'm going to be extremely descriptive for the people who are joining us on audio rather than video. And just for the unboxing, I'll be on the crotch shot and then I'll come back to otherwise. So, okay, here we go. I hope this is actually the gun. And yeah. Oh, okay. So I got a Kodiak Defense sticker in there. Okay. So it comes with the Gen 2 PMag. Actually, oh, you know what's funny? Here, look at this. We were talking.
Focus.
No. This is about this. We were talking the other week about gun companies who can't bother to package their guns properly and just throw them in cardboard boxes and let them all rattle around. Look at this. They got like all this. I should move my mic out of the way.
They got the foam bits in the right place.
Yeah, they got it. They got it wrapped around the gun, and then there's another one right at where the barrel is.
Excellent.
So that's pretty cool.
It's a good start.
Yeah. So let's get that out of there. Well, that goes right into the magwell. Cool. Yeah, that seems secure. All right. Okay, there's a goodie bag in the box. Let's analyze this here. So it looks like a couple of extra handguard screws and a clip, but I thought that it doesn't have the same clip that the pivot pin used to have, but that's what that looks like, what that is. So I'm not sure what part that's for, but that's okay. And a little tiny O-ring, which I'm going to guess is probably a part of the new gas system that they upgraded. And this will make some people happy. This is the nylon bushing that the gas piston rides on going in through the receiver. TNA makes a brass bushing that you can upgrade to the brass bushing. I remember when we were talking to the guys at Kodiak during SHOT Show, they were very against the brass bushing. And I'm guessing this means that they've stuck with the nylon bushing. So let's take this. So they had the bolt held back a little bit with a what are those things called? Zip tie?
Sure, I didn't really see it.
It's okay. It's a zip tie. I got it off. Okay, so this is essentially it. Oh, I should have more lighting here. There, that looks a little bit better there. Here's the first thing I noticed. This handguard is longer than the Gen 1 handguard, and I think it looks a lot nicer. You can see they've got an extra size cutout here where the gas block is, but the handguard overall is longer. You're probably not going to be able to see it on camera, but the gas system looks significantly beefier, and it extends all the way out to here. The gas key does. So maybe a little bit, hopefully a lot more reliable than it was before. And maybe, I don't know if that means that it's adjustable or not. I can't remember asking them that when we were at SHOT Show. I don't think it's an adjustable gas block, but I'll confirm that at another time. This is the ejection port side. It's standard. I mean, the ergonomics are a lot nicer on this.
No kidding. It's not nearly as blocky, hey?
No, not even
squared
close.
Off. Yeah.
Yeah. This is still like there's no angle here. I know people complain about the magwell in this, and I got something to say about that in a little bit, but at least I'm wearing pants.
I see that, yeah.
Spudman's telling me not to damage the box. You're the guy that keeps the wrapping paper at Christmas, aren't you,
Right.
Spudman? Yeah. Here, you know what?
With his bubble level.
Yeah. Let me see there. Yeah, that looks better on my regular camera, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, okay, you can see that better. So yeah, I'll talk more about that in a bit, but mag release is the same. This looks exactly like the same aftermarket or not off-brand Magpul furniture as before. I find it not too bad. Like it's not terrible. This I absolutely hate, but I mean it's no worse than a standard, mil spec grip. But these, what are the first two things that people are going to want to swap out for furniture anyway? Are these two things? So I don't think it really matters. That safety latch is a little longer than it was on the Gen 1. Comes like almost right down into the handguard there. Yeah, it's a long one. Obviously, it's still a 90 degree. I don't think that's an issue. It is ambidextrous. Here's something that people are going to notice. What is that little sucker right there?
Is that a sling stud?
That's a takedown.
Or is that a pin?
That's a takedown pin.
Man, I can't see that.
It didn't exist in the Gen 1. There was no rear takedown pin.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
And holy fuck, that's solid. Like it's not moving at all.
I'm
just going to futz with it for a sec, see if I can get it to rattle. No, man, it's solid as shit.
Wow, that's pretty decent.
They definitely took that comment seriously from people. Okay, let's flip it around. So this is your now non-reciprocating charging handle. So I made a comment. I think when we first talked about this gun coming on, somebody made the comment that this non-reciprocating charging handle was going to fly open when you're shooting it. No, it's not, because it feels like there's a little bit of spring tension, and there's a detent that goes right in here. You can see the detent right there. And I can see it. You won't be able to see it on camera. I'm just looking through the ejection port. There's like it looks like a ball bearing actually, that's on the other side of the charging handle here. And you can feel it. So that feels like it's forward, but just go a little further. Nice. You hear that click? Yeah. Now it's
pretty
locked.
Solid.
Yeah. Like you have to open it before it'll open. So they did that right for sure. Obviously this is still open. I see a lot of people not being happy about that, but you know what? I think it's a significant improvement from the Gen 1 for sure. I think anybody can agree with that. On this side, so this is a bolt hold open. And I remember they stressed the bolt hold open, but I believe it operates. So the idea here is that, here's a sec here. If I want to hold the bolt open, then I just pull the lever down with my thumb, which is quite easy to do. Ergonomically, it's in a good spot, right? So I pulled the charging handle back, push that down, and now my bolt is held back.
There you go.
But if I were to push it upward, and I'm my hand's in an awkward position so the camera can see, but if I were to push it up, then it'll release the bolt as well.
So what was that like on the Gen 1?
Well,
was there that option at all?
No, there was nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let's see if I can put this here without it falling down. That'd be good to do that on the air. Just knock it over.
Yeah. It's part of your durability test.
Yeah. I just happen to have a Gen 1 right here. And you can see I'm on the wrong side of the gun. Right there. That's where the bolt hold open. This is where it attaches to the outside of the receiver. So there was no way to manipulate it on the outside. Kodiak made a aftermarket one that was kind of like in a bit of a C shape. I don't have it out right now, but I've got it on a different gun, and it worked quite well. But that's different yet than the Gen 2 is. Let me just put this down without letting it fall, because obviously this one's not C-shaped. Come on, focus. There we go. It's not C-shaped. It's just a straight lever. So that's interesting. I as far as using it as a bolt hold open, I think it's very easy to manipulate because it's very easy just to push down with your thumb while you're charging the handle, and it catches quite good. And then to release it, you just push it up. So there's that. Do we dare try the trigger?
Well, absolutely.
Let's see. I wonder if I do it this way, if everyone can see better. Okay, so here's the trigger. It's heavy.
Yeah.
Definitely has some creep. But you know what? I'll test the Gen 1 in a second here. I don't think it's near as bad as the Gen 1. It's heavy, but it feels like a regular heavy mil-spec trigger, like kind of what you would expect. The Gen 1 was so creepy. So watch this. I'll bet you'll be able to see it on camera. So as I start to pull the trigger.
Holy smokes.
That's
a long way.
Yeah. That's how the Gen 1 was. There, that's a good view.
Yokohama.
That's what, like 2
That's a
millimeters
mile.
or more?
It's a mile.
Yeah, that's a lot of creep. So the trigger is definitely improved. There's no question about that. Has the same A2 style flash hider. This barrel is a heavier profile.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you look side by side with the Gen 1. Yeah, definitely.
It's a little bit bigger.
In person, it looks quite a bit bigger. It's hard to tell because
it's always that way, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the camera's not doing it very justice. The trigger profile, the trigger looks the same, Doug. Looks and feels the same. It's obviously like the sear and all that that's different on it because it looks the same. It just doesn't feel the same.
Spud, man.
Will I be trading my Gen 1 for an MOA scope?
How dare you?
This actually isn't my Gen 1. I borrowed this for the show tonight. So we should go through a couple of questions here, actually. Have I missed a bunch?
Weren't too many, no.
Okay, that's good.
Aaron's asking, is it just a side charge ambidextrous?
No, it is not.
Just a side charge.
Just this side.
Yeah.
And you can see that they've added slots for the charging handle to ride on.
Mm-hmm.
So it is no longer an ambidextrous charge. So what does Phil mean? So
I'm
yes,
sure.
then I don't know.
I think probably.
Well, then I will be trading my Gen 1 in.
Oh. Yeah.
I got 2 brand new ones. So I don't need another one for now. I will say this about this not being ambidextrous for the charging handle. I think you're going to see this more. I think that more people are going to be making uppers with non-reciprocating handles. And I think that having a non-reciprocating handle, it's much more difficult to make it an ambidextrous charge than it was when you just had the charging handle right on the bolt. And let's not forget, people complain so loudly about these slots, the sides of the receivers being open. And to make it ambidextrous, you have to have both sides open like that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Phil says, I'll trade my buddy's gun for a new shoe for myself. Yes, I will. Or Phil, I know someone who is the Hyperfire distributor in Canada. So maybe I'll just put a Hyperfire in it. Maybe. Yeah, that basically gets, it covers the charging slot with a dust shield in that slot now 2 bonus. Are you talking about the charging handle, Doug? I think you're talking about, yeah.
For the most part, except for the back end. Eh?
Yeah, I think something that they could look at as a future redesign is a charging handle system that covers the back part here. I think they're probably going to get a lot of people still complaining about the slot being open here. But you know what? There's no slot that's open here. That's completely closed. And people I know are going to absolutely whine and complain about there not being a shell deflector.
Oh, okay.
I don't think as many people are going to complain about the shell deflector. I think that's being picky. Let's be honest. The fucking bolt is right there. You know, unless you're firing it in mud and it's trying to cycle in mud. I just don't see that being as much of an issue as people probably want to make it. But we were told in no uncertain terms by Owen at Kodiak that they did extensive testing on this design and that it kicks the shells out just fine without a shell deflector. And he also made the comment, I mean, you look at your standard AR-15, here's a great example. Oh, fuck. I say, here's a great example, and I go grab the lower derp. But, you know, the integrated shell deflectors that you see on AR-15s, they're constantly marred up with brass, and they're not replaceable. So who cares whether you're marring this up with brass right here or whether you're marring up the shell deflector with brass? What's important is that it eject shells properly.
Right.
And we'll find out. I'll make sure everybody knows.
Excellent.
So, yeah. I don't know what else. Oh, this is what I was going to mention. So everybody complains about not having a flared magwell. You can see there is a flare there. That is a flared magwell. Okay, you can see a little bit better on that angle. Is it like super Jerry Mitchell-like flared? No. But let me show you something else. This is my old Aero Precision AR-15 receiver, and almost fell. Almost got caught on my leg, so that's good. That's almost flared less than this one.
So, yeah.
And I mean, Aero Precision isn't exactly the most expensive receivers out there, but people like them. They were a very popular AR-15 receiver. This one, unfortunately, is just waiting to go back to dipshit and the crew. But I don't see how people can really complain about the flared magwell on that, because it's more than a very popular AR-15 brand was.
So was there no flare on the Gen 1?
No, there was. I don't understand what everybody complained about with the Gen 1, because, well, you know what? It's a very shallow flare. Yeah, maybe that's what everybody was complaining about. And I know some people complained that there wasn't much of an angle on the magazine housing.
Seems a bit of an odd thing to complain about.
Well, I don't get that either. And you know, this one has even less of an angle. It's like perfectly square with the trigger guard. So I don't know what everybody was. I don't get it, that complaint, but obviously some people had it. I think some people just complain because they're not AR-15s too. I got to be honest.
Well, there's that.
Yeah. So Doug says Type 97 Gen 3 is a non-reciprocating ambi charging handle, but there is an opening that you could throw a cat through. It's a Type 97.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if they're quite comparable. Aaron says, I'm looking at the Lockhart Raven that's coming out of Vancouver. Do you guys have any knowledge about it? Only what we've seen on the website. Yeah. We don't have any insight about it. Somebody asked about that last week,
right, when we had JR on.
And so yeah, we kind of looked it up. They look like they're going for just like complete modularity, trying to please everyone. I worry about that approach.
Yeah, there's compromises you encounter, I think, with trying to do that, right?
Well, just looking at the charging handle, they have left side charge, right side charge, or you can put a top side charge, like a standard AR-15 charging handle on it.
What's left of the receiver?
Well, exactly, right? You can only use one of those three things at the same time. And whichever one you use, you're leaving two holes open in the receiver.
Right.
And everybody's complaining about the WK and the MCR having these big slots open on them. Now, one thing I will say, we had JR on yesterday. We were looking at the R18. I'm hoping to see one in person in the next couple of weeks. But their non-reciprocating charging handle, they figured out how to get it completely closed off when the charging handle was closed. And that looks interesting. And I suspect you'll probably see that, like, more companies going that way as they go along. Oh,
for sure. Yeah, I think so. That Lockhart, it's interesting, like just looking at the website and the videos that they have, their claims of accuracy. It'd be interesting to get hands on one of them and test it in the field like that, and just to see what it's all about, and see what see how valid their claims are about accuracy in that. So
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, for 99% of people, they're shooting on like grass or gravel. They're not crawling through mud and all that kind of thing. I think the competitors in that probably have a legitimate concern in terms of shooting 3-gun and that kind of thing. Like who knows what kind of I don't need to be maximized here. Why am I
well, it's all right. We all know you're a narcissist, so hey, everybody, look at me.
This isn't untrue. This isn't untrue. But my point being that like competitors maybe need to be worried about it. Does everybody else need to be worried about it?
No, for 90%
know.
of the population out there that will own one.
Yeah.
I have my doubts.
Do you want to do a quick test for this thing and then move on?
Sure.
Not a shooting test. I'm not going to fire it.
Oh, I was wondering, did you modify your basement?
No, I did not.
Damn it.
So I've got a bunch of magazines here. So I got your standard aluminum, like mil spec magazine, call it. It's a the fuck is that? It's a D&H tactical magazine. I've got a Hera H3.
Desk pop, yeah. Dan says desk pop. Do it. Do it. Everybody's doing it.
Not everybody, including this guy. I've got a Cross Industries mag. I got a PMag Gen 2. I have a Gen 3. I don't know where it is. Couldn't find it. And then I have a JR will recognize this. This is a 458 SOCOM magazine. It's not a 223 magazine, but it should fit in the same magazine. Well, I'm just guessing.
It's supposed to have the same external dimensions, yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't buy it for a 223, obviously, but I bought it for my 458 SOCOM.
That's right. That's right.
It should. Okay, let's see here. Okay, first of all, insertion. Okay, aluminum mag went in pretty good. Does it drop free?
Oh!
These Hera mags over insert in every other WK, MCR, TNA that I've tried them in.
Well, that looks tight.
Did not over insert, but it's super tight. I wouldn't want to have to try to change these quickly in any way, shape, or form. Let's see if it'll drop free. Oh, yeah, that's tight, man. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hera mags, you lose. Cross Industries. That goes pretty smooth. Drops free pretty well. PMag Gen 2. Yeah, that inserted pretty nicely. Drops free nice. This is heavier. I think this has got to be an aluminum magazine, but 458 SOCOM mag. Oh man, that inserted super nice.
Yeah.
And drops free also. I don't see for most people, 99% of people, I don't see this magwell flare being an issue at all. And for the race gunners, you can get adapters, can't you? That flare the mag more? Like I'm pretty sure you can.
I think well, but for that particular firearm though, I wonder.
If you can't, somebody will. Like it's
you know what? How many 3D printers are there out there now?
Exactly. How hard can it be to find someone with a 3D printer for that thing?
Right. Yeah. Yep.
So
I would say.
Anyway, I would say, out of the box, it looks good. The boxing was nice. I'm impressed with the boxing. It protected the gun. The magazine was moving freely in the box, but number one, it's a plastic magazine, and number two, it's in its original packaging too. So I don't think that that's an issue. And I don't think anybody can argue that this isn't a significant improvement over the Generation 1.
No doubt. Hey,
you can see right away there's just so many things that people have been complaining about the Gen 1 for the last several years that are different on this gun. Like they're obviously paying attention to what people are saying. I think the biggest gripe,
that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think the biggest gripe that people are going to have, whether it's legitimate or not, are the fact that there's no shell deflector, and that remains to be seen whether it actually is needed or not, because Kodiak says it's really not needed.
Yeah. Well, I guess you're going to find out, aren't you?
I will find out.
Yeah. You
I
need
will
my
let
ammo
y'all
back
know.
again.
Probably.
No.
No. I'll go look for some more ammo. I got plenty of blaster ammo. I just don't have any good accuracy ammo. So Doug says, I've been in communication with Sam on the Raven since its inception. I have high hopes for it, but remember when it was designed, there was no need for it to be 3-gun ready. Yeah, that's the thing. These are all NR now for the time being. So people who want to hunt with these platforms, I think are going to be very happy with most of what's coming out right now. I think that race gunners are the people that are going to need to be, catered to next.
Yeah.
So I guess that's our first look at the Gen 2 180C. Yeah,
I like
I'll
that.
shoot
it's a lot nicer to look at for sure. I don't know about the handling, but I imagine since it's less square, it's nicer in the hands.
Well, oh yeah, and you know what? The MCR is very front heavy. This doesn't feel as front heavy, even though it's got a heavier profile barrel. I don't know how exactly they did that. The takedown pins are nice. Like that's solid as shit.
No kidding.
I can barely see light through that gap between the upper and the lower. Like there's no question they listened to that. Here's something that's new. So there's wings. I don't know if I can get the camera close enough. There's wings on each side of the upper here.
Okay.
And there were wings on the upper in the Gen 1 as well. But you see how the back of the lower here has grooves for the wings to fit in, to slot into. I'll bet you that has a lot to do with the left-right movement.
Turned a bit more. Okay.
See how the upper side just kind of fits over?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. I noticed that. And look, I'm trying to shine daylight, even though there's none here, through the gap in the upper and the lower. And like,
right.
Like there's almost none here. Like I can't barely even see it with my naked eye. You can't see it on the camera at all. I think the addition of this takedown pin, number one, and I'm willing to bet the better mating between the upper and the lower with these wings here and these slots are probably, you can just barely see through there.
Oh yeah, there it is. You can see your shiny head.
Yeah, but I'll bet you if I do that with the Gen 1, you'll be able to see half of my head. Anyway,
Doug's asking, do we have a price point on that sucker?
I think they're 1,600. Yeah.
Okay.
I bought this rifle, and I know that I paid close to retail, but I didn't pay full retail on it. But I'm pretty sure it's 1,600. Is either $1,599 or $1,699.
Okay.
So it's very close to like the new MCR, the new Crusader, that sort of thing. They're all keeping around that same price point. And I suspect that they're probably going to continue with that. That Lockhart Tactical Raven, I think, was significantly more.
I thought it was around 1,900 or something.
Was it 19? Okay.
I might be wrong there.
So not too much more, a little bit more. I think that the Lynx, I think everybody's expecting that the Lynx, when they come up with the full rifle, will be around the same as the WK, WS, and all those. And then the R18 is quite a bit more, but man, it looks fucking
another $1,000.
Yeah.
No kidding. And you gotta like when the guy tells you when you ask the question or make a statement that some improvements to come on the next generation or next revision or whatever, and he just flat out says there won't be a next one.
Yeah. Yeah,
We got it
unnecessary.
all this way.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, and you can see right away, like if this Gen 2 is like $1,000 upgrade compared to the Gen 1,
Mhm.
the R18 easily has $1,000 worth of difference compared to most of the other rifles. Like they're almost comparing apples and oranges. Like not saying that like, oh, everybody should get the R18, the rest are junk. No, like
No,
lots of
everything has its
people
place.
exactly. Lots of people
Yep.
drive Chevys. Lots of people there is no Cavalier anymore. Let's go back to the
Some people drive a clapped out Ford truck like mine.
yeah, okay. Let's go German then. Yeah. Lots of people drive Volkswagens. There's nothing wrong with Volkswagens. You can also get a BMW.
Jens comment incoming.
Yeah, well, Jens better he should just get an R18. There's just no question. Although I doubt he will because it's English and Canadian, so he'll stick with the HKs. But I mean, just another example, right? I mean, the HK is in a class of its own and a price point of its own as well. So
you bet.
Yeah. All right. But we're kind of getting close to the end here, so we should talk about what's going on 2 weeks from now.
Right.
You want to take lead on that?
No. 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now. So the Calgary Gun Show. What are they calling it? I can't remember. But anyways,
I think it's just the Calgary Gun Show, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the center that it's at. But
the
Friday,
Seven Chiefs Stadium or
that's right,
something.
Seven Chiefs Center or something.
Center, yeah.
So Friday, April 14th, and Saturday, or is it Friday the 15th and Saturday the 16th? Is what's going on there. We'll be in booth right beside EM Precision and Apex Optics, and yeah, showing off all our stuff, violating people as they go by. It's what we do, isn't it?
Yes, what we're going to do.
Yeah. So it's I looked into it a little bit ago, but I didn't see any numbers. It's reportedly the biggest gun show in Western Canada.
Yep.
I'm not sure what.
Isn't it the biggest like public gun show in Canada? I thought it was.
I don't know. To be honest.
Neither confirm nor deny, I guess.
Yeah.
It'll be what it is.
Mm-hmm. Well, aside from TACOM.
But that's a trade show, not a gun show.
That's right. Right. Yeah. So it could very well be the largest in Canada. What was that one in Ontario that just happened? Probably 3 weeks ago.
Something sportsman show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looked pretty big.
Yeah. Might be a competitor there, but
yeah.
Anyhow, yeah. So if you're in Calgary, April 15th and 16th, yeah, drop by and we'll do our best to entertain you.
We're going to have a whole bunch of EMP rifles with us that people can play with. We'll
see some March scopes, some Apex scopes.
Yeah.
You bet.
And get some stickers because we'll have stickers there at the booth for the EMP rifle giveaway.
Yeah. We're about 2/3 of the way sold now.
Are we that close now? Holy schmeckle.
Getting pretty close to that. Yeah.
Wow. This is going to be an exciting draw. We're going to make one person the happiest person on earth and like 499 other people really upset.
Yeah. That's why we don't give out our addresses, people.
That's right. Well, I forgot to mention that. The guys at Kodiak, on the outside of the box, I cut it off because it had my address on it. But they wrote on the box, it said something like Kodiak Musical Instruments Inc. or something like that.
Excellent. Yeah.
And then like shipping was to me, and then it said contents 1 banjo. So anyway, I thought it was cute, but
that's awesome.
It had my address on it, so I cut it off before the show. Yeah.
Nice. I imagine that Calgary Gun Show will be there'll be a lot of people itching to get out since the 2 years of this COVID bullshit. And,
I hope so. I hope so.
That'll be great.
Because I'll be honest with you guys, I've been going everywhere and anywhere, never wearing a mask, like walking through airports with people constantly telling me to put a mask up. Exactly. This
Yeah.
pandemic is not what it was cracked up to be. Could it hurt people? Yep. Could it potentially be dangerous? Yep. Was it dangerous for most of us? No.
9.
Got it. Wasn't impressed. Moved on.
Right.
And that's not to belittle anyone who got seriously sick from it. I know a couple of people that got very sick from it, but you can get very sick from a lot of things in this world.
Absolutely. That we just seem to take as natural course of the day.
Exactly.
I don't get it. But Doug Rodenbush, I'm going to be pissed if I win another gun that I can't use. Boo-hoo.
Charge it with your teeth. Don't be a wimp.
That's right.
If I win another gun, he's only won
What
like
a guy.
$25,000 worth of guns
No
that he
kidding.
can't use. Poor guy. He's sold them and taken like 6 trips to Mexico. The poor bastard.
At least he could have brought some reloading components back with him.
Yeah, coulda,
No
didn't.
kidding. Selfish.
Phil says the Toronto Sportsman Show is what we were thinking of.
Mhm.
He's saying it's less a gun show than TACOM. Sounds like it's probably more like a sports and outdoors show.
Yeah.
That probably involves
Boats.
guns.
Boats
Yeah,
and
boats.
motorhomes.
There you go.
Bros and hoes.
Yes. Vanya's
Van.
on just in time for us to log off.
Yes.
Anyway,
Okay.
I guess you're up next, aren't you? Oh no, I'm doing a social plug. Hey,
Well, sure.
if you enjoy our show, I don't know, my name's next to it. I'm assuming that means it's me.
Okay.
Okay. If you enjoy the show, first of all, click like on whatever platform you're on. Give us a heart. Give us be like Scotty Cross. Give us an angry face. I don't know why he did that, but whatever.
Because he's Scotty.
As long as
Jens must be rubbing off on him.
Yeah. We've only ever gotten 2 angry faces on a live show. One was Jens, and now the second one is Scotty.
Yeah.
But give us a like on whatever platform you're on. It helps feed the algorithm. We don't do well with the algorithm, just based on our content and the look of our faces.
Mhm.
So any help that you guys can provide is good. Also, don't be shy sharing this on your social media. Share it on your page. Did we talk about you on the show? Did we make fun of you on the show? Did we read your comment? Did you ask us a question? Well, then share it on the show. Let your friends know that you were involved. It's your 15 minutes of fame. Don't let it pass you by. And you can check out the show at www.facebook.com/FFP podcast. And you can leave a review if you'd like to let us know how we're doing. Also, if you like the content, I already said this, but like the page and share so we can spread the wealth. You can email questions to us. It doesn't matter what those questions are. You can send them to info@ffpp.ca. Please don't send us any riddles or any, what are they called? Maps to lost treasure, because those are always bullshit. Unless it's real, then you can send it to
I'd
us.
chase them, though, every time.
You chase the treasure?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's why if they send it to us, it has to be legit. Don't
Ever
send
the
us any fake
optimist.
ones. Yeah. Well, send the fake ones to Kurt and
Yeah.
like subject. Put Kurt hidden treasure in the
Right.
subject line. If it's real hidden treasure map, then send it to care of me, and I'll take care of it for you.
Selfish.
Yeah, I'd share the gold with you. Come
Aw,
on,
thanks.
you can have at least 3 gold pieces.
I appreciate that. Well, if it's shiny, I like it.
Okay, well,
It's just all
4
there
then.
is to it.
You can have 4 gold pieces.
I was a raven in a past life.
Were you?
Yeah, I think so.
So I'll take the uncut diamonds. You can have the gold because
Sure.
the uncut diamonds are too shiny.
All right, folks. March Scopes Canada, the Dion Optical Designer, the creators and designers of March rifle scopes, which are all hand-built in Japan by Japanese craftsmen using only Japanese-made parts to achieve the highest optical standards possible. Shooters deserve the best possible optics to succeed in all aspects of competition, tactical, and hunting situations. And for this reason, Dion has produced a March rifle scope for every situation. If you're interested in March scopes, get a hold of Doug Wright at marchscopes.ca or on his email, doug@marchscopes.ca. Let us know. Come by the booth in Calgary. We're going to have 2 March scopes there. One the Genesis and one is the High Master. What is it? A 5-42?
42.
Yeah, it's a pretty damn impressive scope, and I'll show you on the Genesis, the unreal amount of vertical travel that sucker has. So
Yeah.
check out March Scopes and come by and see us at the Calgary Gun Show and have a look through one yourself. You might have to take it off the rifle just so you're not waving a rifle around, but
You know what? It's going to be worth coming to check us out.
I think so.
With all the EMP rifles we're going to have,
Oh, kidding,
we'll have an Apex scope on one of those rifles.
Yeah.
We'll have 2 March scopes on 2 of those rifles. Like it's we're going to have some candy, boys. Get in my van.
I'm getting flack here from Doug. I'm supposed to register for the sniper series.
Doug, you register for the sniper series.
Yeah, you.
He'll be your spotter, your wingman.
Well, we actually already talked about this. We're teaming up.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, who's spotter, who's shooter?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, fair.
Are you kidding? Doug can shoot. I'll spot all day long.
No, of course he can. The guy shot rifleman one-handed. He basically shot with his feet.
Oh, Doug, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to look into that. All right. You'd think I'd have a bit of an in, seeing as it's at my place.
He's guilting you, yeah.
I know he is. He's good at that.
Yeah.
I fall for
Wouldn't that
it
be
every
funny
time.
if you didn't register in time for the event that you're hosting?
Yeah, I get kicked off my own range. Get out of here, you degenerate.
Freeloader.
That's right.
Why don't you contribute something for once?
Oh, if I had $1 for every time I heard that. All right.
Yeah.
Last bit.
This us? Oh, okay. Last bits. Oh, do I have last bits?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ribstone Gunsmithing brought this fantastic, well-organized and upgraded show to you this evening. For all your gun plumber needs, including wood refinishing, repairs, and rust bluing to bring the old girl back to life, contact Oscar Long at ribstonegunsmithing.ca. He's the Wizard of Czar, Alberta. You know, he says he hates that, but he hasn't contacted us.
I don't know. I've never heard him say he hated it, so it's staying.
Well, he's implied that he hates it.
Oh, okay. Well, he hasn't come up with anything better, so
that's what I'm telling you.
Ribstone Gunsmithing can, take it in the ribstone.
Gunsmithing.
Yeah.
.ca.
All right. Also, a massive thank you to all our sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't have a show in the first place. Shane and Steve, Miles, Carrie, and Cappy, Duncan and Rob, Philadel, Doug and Niza, Vanya from Apex Optics, Oscar, who we just cut down here. We value you all.
Especially Oscar.
Yes, absolutely. We're glad to be teamed up with these people, and they've helped us out so much. We're very grateful.
We wouldn't still be here if not for the participation of folks like
you're
them.
Precisely right, man. We wouldn't be spreading our bullshit all over the airwaves.
Just pissing it everywhere like a 4-year-old using the toilet for the first time.
That's right. How about we remind people how they can participate in our EM Precision Rifles rifle draw?
Yeah. Go to ffpp.ca/blog/bumpers. We should just do a short link for that.
Yeah.
I'll get to you in a sec. You keep going.
Oh, all right. I wasn't paying attention, but anyway. Win a custom 6.5 Creedmoor made with Kate XR7 receiver, IBI barrel, IBI 3-point muzzle brake, and MDT XRS chassis with Apex Rival 4-32 by 56 scope and MDT rings, all in a Pelican V800 hard case. So tickets are $25, or stickers, bumper stickers, first focal plane bumper stickers are $25 a piece. Each sticker gets you one entry into this contest. Go send your EMT to info@ffpp.ca, include your name and your phone number so that we can get a hold of you when you win, and your mailing address so that we can mail the sticker out to you if we don't hand it to you personally.
And you can get as many stickers as you want.
As many as you like.
Every sticker is worth one entry.
That's right.
Yeah.
Got that, I think.
I'm sorry, I said it again. And that web address was ffpp.ca/blog/sticker-draw if you want
That's right too.
to look up on the website all of those fine informations.
All right. And I'd also like to add Philadelphia saying, waiting patiently for my stickers to arrive. I just want to say that, our friend John is in charge of mailing the stickers. You can drop a comment on the website and make a formal complaint. We'll be more than happy to serve them.
Yes, and we will kick that man right in the ass all the way down to Canada Post. Yeah. He's done a pretty good job, though. I mean,
He has.
We've sold hundreds of these so far, and I think he's only got a little backlog of getting these mailed out. So, but don't make people wait. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
I think that's it for the day, isn't it?
Dan's already got his sticker on the safe. So does Doug. Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Excellent show.
Yeah, I think.
Thanks everybody for joining in.
We'll see y'all next time.
Yes, you will. Whether you like it or not.